Hello everyone, and welcome to the Royal Princess Reborn channel. I thought I'd do a continuation on the doll painting. The last video I did, we did the base layer, and then we went on to, I think, do a few more flesh tone layers. I did a total on these dolls of, I think it was 3 flesh tone layers. And then today we're going to do some mottling, and that is just putting in the veining and the red markings that look like on the skin, and just to give it a little more detail and more lifelike features to the doll. So on that note, we're going to get started. So with me here, I have the Asher kit, and this is what he looks like here. And he does have all the flesh tones on him right now. So he does look very bland compared to this one here from the Jenny kit. And just to show you here, you can see the difference here between the two, where this one here has a little more life to it. It looks like more like real skin, and this one here just looks more like a doll. So what we're going to do is create some of the lifelike details, and we'll get started. Okay, so you're going to grab your dish here to put the paint on, and you're going to grab your thinner, and I have this little tool to scoop it out. This one isn't working as well as before. I'm just going to pour a little bit in here. So what you're going to do is just fill the well up like that, just so you have a almost full to the top, not quite, but you want to have enough so that we can actually do the doll, the whole doll. And as you run out of, as the color gets darker, you're going to want to add just a little more and stir that up, and just so it keeps an even consistency throughout the whole thing. So what I like to do, take the vein blue shade, and I'm just going to grab a brush here and mix this slowly, because if it gets too dark, it's harder to cover up. It's easier to go lighter and then add. And you just want to mix that, get all the little chunks out of there. Just mix it very well. And you notice I have a paper towel here beside me, and that is just going to check the how dark we have our mixture here. You can just make little marks, and you can see that it's good. Okay, so we'll close this up. And go on from there. So now what you're going to do is take a cosmetic wedge here and take your tweezers and just start tweezing little chunks out. Get rid of all the corner edges and do it like this. And then we're going to put the paint on. And I'm just going to grab a different brush. That one's not the greatest to apply it. Okay. And I always, it doesn't matter, but I always like to start with the legs and then I go with the arms, and then I will do the head last. So I'm going to take the mixture, put it on over top here. And also, if you want to see if you got it too dark with too much paint, you can always dab it here like that and see. And I think it looks fine. So we're going to take our leg here and we're just going to go all over it, making marks like that. Just stamping it. And it could probably be just a little darker. And we're twisting as we go, just to get the different detail while we're doing it. And after this dries, you're going to check it. And if it's still too light, you can continue and do another layer. Usually you're doing 3 to 6 layers of mottling. Mottling, if you know, if that's depending on how dark you do it the first time. And then you're going to let that sit in between. And I like to go just a bit. Okay, and that's how you do that. And then we're going to let this one dry. This is stir because it does settle on the bottom. Okay, grab the other one, do the same thing. And if you're pressing light, you can actually see where the imprint goes and see where you've missed. We just want to give it that skin-like appearance that babies have. Just make sure that got it everywhere. And then go in for the next one. And if you get too much in your sponge, you can just dab it out like that if you get too much. And then you go on with the that. Go on with the hands. And this Asher kit here has the 3/4 arms. Very cute kit. And it has the little fingers that are opened on the end. It looks really sweet. Okay, so once again, just do that all over. Turning your sponge. And again, it's preference to where you want to put the mottling layers. And once it dries, you'll see where the paint is, or if you've missed some, just go over in that spot. Because you're not going to bake anything yet until you're absolutely sure that it's the way you want it. Okay. That one looks good. And this is the one with her hand like that. So cute. So again, you have enough on here. I'm going to just put a bit more. And the thinner does evaporate, so that's why I was saying you add more thinner, because the color will get darker in time. So just take your time. And once you get doing this more and more, you'll be able to see and judge for yourself what you're going to be, how you're going to be doing each piece. And just to show you a little bit up here too. I like to get right up into the very top here so that there's no ring discoloration there. So try and bring it up as high as you can. There. And that's how there. And I think that looks pretty good for that. And then we're going to go on to the head. A little bit more color. Okay, I like to start at the back. And again, it's preference. I'm going to start right here in the center, the top, and just go all over. And that's it so far. And I'm going to go around to the front, continue where I left off. Come in through here, through the temples. Go around. And on the cheeks, I'm just doing very light mottling here, whereas I kept the more intense blue at the back, just for more detail. And just sort of look around, see how uniform it is. That. Turn that around. Hopefully you can pick that up well. And that's all there basically is to doing this. And then we're going to let this dry. When it's completely dry, you'll have a better idea. You're going to look at it, see how much of the blue you can actually see, because you do want to see it, but you don't want it too dark either, because you don't want to be adding tons more layers on top, you know, to complete it. So check it out, let it dry, check it out, and if it's still too light, add another layer, because like I said, you can go up to 5, 6 layers. Right now we're just doing the first layer. So if it looks good after 3 layers, that's fine. Just leave it at that. Because the next one is going to be the red tones over top of it. And we'll see how many layers we'll need of that. Again, it's how much you put on your sponge, right? So I will let this dry, and then we'll come back and do some more.